Hi, everybody. My name is John Casey. I grew up here in Southwest Missouri. I was born over in Springfield. I currently live over in Republic. I graduated a semester early from Republic High School. I went straight to the Marine Corps. I don't know who said that, but that's where I actually met my wife, and I started my family. I made my way back to Missouri, and I've been here since in the Republic area. And I've actually been a blue collar worker here for the last 2 years, and I've been working construction, and that's really where my journey starts. And we're going to get into that more later. Hi, everybody. John Casey again. Why do I want to run for Congress? Well, to be honest with you guys, I'd rather vote for the right guy, but unfortunately, through the things that I've witnessed, I feel like I actually have to step up and do this. And really, that's because I work these job sites every single day as a blue-collar worker, and I'm witnessing the systemic replacer of the American worker, not only by illegals, but by legals through things like the Immigration Act of 1990. I don't know if you guys know, that actually made the H-1Bs and work visas that we've seen actually flood these job sites. You know, a lot of people don't want to work, as a commercial electrician making $18 an hour. And a lot of electricians in the area, they cannot keep people. They say, we cannot find people. The American worker is lazy. I don't think that's right. I believe there's been a mass exodus and a mass replacer that has taken place through these processes. I believe we actually need to repeal things like the Immigration Act of 1990 that, again, made temporary protected status. That's why we have Somali populations in Minnesota. And H-1Bs and work visas as well that has caused a mass replacer of American workers. I believe we actually need to have serious immigration restrictions pushed forward for the American people and lasting immigration restrictions. If we were to have a Democrat president come in tomorrow, everything that we have actually built over the last couple months will be completely wiped away. So I don't know why we've not actually seen any serious immigration restrictions pushed forward over and over again that will actually keep this change and will actually put the American people first. Anyway, guys, that's really it. Thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you. All right, you guys probably already know my answer to this. Well, yeah, I think we actually need serious immigration restrictions pushed forward, especially when it comes to the legal side. Like I told you guys, we have these huge programs currently in place, like the Immigration Act of 1990, that, again, made temporary protective status. So that's why we have huge Somali populations over in Minnesota. And then at the same time, again, the H-1Bs and work visas that we're seeing systematically replace American workers. And that's why we do not have an actual supply and demand that is normally taking place, because we have an endless supply of workers that will constantly replace our workers. And that's why wages as well have been completely driven down. And then on top of it, I don't know if you guys know anything about ITIN. That's basically a temporary Social Security number that illegals are allowed to have to pay taxes, get a mortgage, and then also, get a bank account and things like that as well. I think we need to eliminate things like that to incentivize illegal immigrants to leave the country. I believe we also need to have an immigration moratorium and end all immigration while we figure out everything that is going on and actually solve these problems for the American people. I believe we also need to repeal the Hart-Celler Act of 1965 that makes it to where we cannot pick and choose where we're getting our immigrants from, and that basically opens the floodgates for third world mass migration and chain migration as well. I believe we also need to end birthright citizenship as well. Thank you guys so much, and have a blessed day. Hey guys, John Casey here. So I actually do not support the war in Iran. I believe Congress should actually do something about it. I believe this really actually highlights the foreign influence on not only our federal level, our state level as well. And, that really coincides with the Epstein files as well. This war was initiated by Israel. Marco Rubio came out himself and told us that they were going to make the move anyway, and we better just do something. So I believe that's completely, the wrong thing that we should have been doing. I mean, if we're completely propping up this foreign nation, I don't know why we're not the ones controlling it. So, I think, again, this is completely un-American, what we've been seeing. And so far, the advantage has been completely lost in the Strait of Hormuz. It was free to travel through the strait, and now we're having all this trouble. And now it looks like there's going to be trouble with the petrodollar as well, and regional hegemony in the area for the United States. So I believe this has really been completely catastrophic when it comes to not only the petrodollar, but again, regional hegemony in the area that reinforces the petrodollar as well. And honestly just highlights, again, the foreign influence within our government and how, we are, I believe, a completely occupied nation when it comes to that. And that is another huge reason why I'm running. And I don't know if you guys know that, there's foreign influence even here in the state. You cannot contract for the state unless you sign that you will not boycott the state of Israel. I believe that's completely un-American. But that is just another thing to show you that it is not only on the state level, it's not only on the federal level, but the state level as well. And so, yes, I believe something actually needs to be done about the Iran war. And yeah, that's where I'm at on it. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for everyone who actually stayed. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm just a normal blue-collar worker that wants to make a difference and wants to put the American people first. I believe we are not seeing that right now. And that's why I actually voted for Donald Trump 3 times. I believe he was completely against the establishment. And that's really what I want, is someone who's completely against the establishment, will put the American people first, and will make the hard calls that really a lot of people do not want to make. And I feel like that really starts with immigration as well. I believe we need serious change when it comes to these job sites. Whenever I go to these job sites, it seems like 60-80% of these job sites, no one can speak English at all. And then when you look at the numbers, individual blue-collar jobs like flooring, drywall, roofing, all of these have 60% plus foreign-born representation. And a lot of that is caused from legal replacer, like I told you guys before, the Immigration Act of 1990 that made, again, the temporary protected status, H-1Bs, and the work visas that we've been seeing massively flood these job sites, not only on the blue-collar side, but the white-collar side as well over in Silicon Valley. And I believe there needs to be significant change on the legal side, and I believe there needs to be real change when it comes to the illegal side as well. We need to have a border wall, we need to have mass deportations, and we need to put the American people first. And I want real change and not excuses. Thank you so much, guys, and you have a blessed day.